Thank you. My name is Razia Sultana. I'm a Rohingya lawyer. Originally Rakhine State. I'm born in Mangdu, but raised in Bangladesh. Since 2016, I have interviewed hundreds of Rohingya refugees who fled in Bangladesh after clearance operation by the Myanmar security force. I worked with it together with the Canadian press, and I published 2 reports and documented systematic sexual violence by the security force. After the October 2016, the clear operation, which dropped 700,000 Rohingya into Bangladesh, I conduct interview with women whose husband and children had been killed or disappeared, and who had suffered or witnessed to rape. My report, Witness to Horror, showed a clear pattern of systematic sexual violence by the Myanmar army. Out of 70 rape cases documented, most were gang rape, including killing and mutilation of rape victims. Despite international exposure of the atrocity in 2016, the Myanmar government denied all allegations and abuses by the security force and claimed they were just defending themselves against a terrorist threat. And here also, Madam Aung San Suu Kyi, he also denied every allegation, and she said this is a lie. But we everyone see what happened. It's as well as a business issue with Myanmar government, or both of governments, so that there is a 2 role. Everyone know that. And this system give a green light for the Myanmar army essentially to scale the operation against the Rohingya. The 2016 is a milestone. And international community believe, because when the Myanmar both government denied this system, because what happened inside the Myanmar in Rakhine State, this is lie, and international community is totally quiet of this. And again, it's happened in 2017, large scale. Starting in 2017, thousands of the Myanmar soldiers were deployed in northern Rakhine State, ready to launch a nuclear operation. When alleged they alleged the Rohingya terrorist attack. Same pattern of 2016 and same happened in 2017. Both are similar, but one is a small scale and other one is a large scale. And this largest is the last step of the Rohingya nation, who 1/3 fled in Bangladesh now. They are in a refugee camp. This operation involved widespread rape, and my rape by command, published in this February this year, provide evidence that over 300 women and girls were raped by Myanmar army during July to September 2017. This likely represents only a fraction of the total number of rape at this time. Most rape took place when the Myanmar troops swept through the village, shooting and killing civilians. They raped women and girls in their houses when they were running away, and after gathering them in a large group. In the village Turatuli in northern Mangdu on August 30, after the hundreds of villagers had been killed in the morning, over 100 women and girls were rounded up and taken group by group to be gang raped over a period of hours, after which they were burned alive. The methodical way the gang rape was carried out by hundreds of troops indicate that rape was ordered as a part of the attack on this village. My report clearly the systematic use of rape by the Myanmar army as a weapon against the Rohingya. It shows that rape was committed on a widespread scale by hundreds of troops in villages across the Mangdu and northern Butidam. Women were detained in military camp for rape, so clearly authorized by the camp commander. Most of the cases were gang rape, often in front of other troops of civilians, meaning the soldier had no fear of witness because they were completely confident of impunity. There was a flagrant rape of very young girls. Many rape victims were tortured, mutilated and killed. This show that rape was not about individual soldier wanting sexual enjoyment. They were authorized and ordered to rape in order to torture, harm and kill Rohingya women. The mutilation of breasts and private parts deliberately aimed to destroy the very means of reproduction of Rohingya. This pattern of systematic rape by Myanmar security force are not new. Other ethnic women groups in Myanmar have been documenting this pattern for decades. In 2002, Shan Group released a report, License to Rape, documented sexual violence by the Myanmar army against 625 women and girls in Shan state, with the same pattern of gang rape, killing and mutilation and complete impunity. In 2014, the Women League of Burma released a report, same impunity, same pattern, documenting rape of over 100 ethnic women by Myanmar army troops. This showed how even after democratic election in 2010, the Myanmar army was continuing to rape ethnic women with impunity as part of ongoing offensive in northern Burma, which had displaced over 200,000 people in the past 7 years. The Myanmar Army's latest atrocity against the Rohingya must not be seen as isolation from the rest of the country and must not be explained just as a heavy-handed response to the threat of Islamic extremism. The recent operation against the Rohingya are a continuation of the Myanmar Army decade-long policy to divide and rule and occupy the control of the ethnic terrorists and cite the rich natural resources they are for their own benefit. The world must not be fooled by the so-called democratic transaction in Myanmar and by the so-called peace process. The army remains all-powerful in Myanmar and behind the shield of the elected government led by Aung San Suu Kyi is continuing a wage war and commit atrocity against the ethnic people throughout the country with impunity. The world's failure to act in 2016 gave the green light to escalated atrocity, likely amounting to genocide against the Rohingya in 2017. This mistake must not be repeated. International pressure is urgently needed to end military impunity in Myanmar and support political reform that can end the oppression of all ethnic people in Myanmar, including the Rohingya. Thank you.